My name is Chris Howell. I am a communication major and I am graduating this May, and I am from Cadillac, Michigan. I was originally enrolled in pre-dental hygiene, and I realized that I did not like all the science classes that were associated with it. So I thought I would change over to nursing, and I realized that they all had the same prerequisites, so all the same science classes. So one day I decided to look through all the majors and saw what one fit me the best, and I saw communication. So I decided to look through all the classes that communication had to offer. I liked the background that it gave you with the theories and the different aspects that go into communication, and I felt that that was the right major for me because it fit me best in what I wanted to do with my life. I've had multiple positions within the Office of Housing and Residence Life. I started off being a resident advisor, so-called the RA. It was in 2009, so my sophomore year. And basically what that is someone that is on the floor and they monitor the activity that goes on throughout the floor and throughout the building. They have duty weekends and they also work the front desk. They're basically there to ensure that everything is going smoothly on the floor and within the building, and to make sure that the students have an enriching time while they're staying on campus as well, by providing them lots of information through student organizations or via programs that we have in the hall. Whatever it may be that they might be interested in. With that, I went into a summer position, which is a camp advisor, and what that is when we have different camps that come to Ferris, such as academic camps or sports camps. They are going to be the people that stay on the floor that basically monitor what's going on and making sure that nothing is being damaged, nothing's being hurt, and then also we're basically a recruiting tool as well, letting the students know, or those campers know, what Ferris has to offer for them when they want to look for their collegiate career. So that was a really engaging process for me. I was an RA for a year after that, and then I became a desk service manager at Miller Hall. And what I do is I supervise the desk, I train and I hire desk service assistants to work the front desk, and I also supervise 6 different RAs that work the front desk as well. I'm also in charge of doing payroll, so I monitor their hours and I approve their hours, and I make sure that all their appropriate hours are taken out. And then I also am in charge of mail forwarding and a lot of customer service stuff as well. And then also I was a camp advisor again for another year, but I did it as an internship. And what that allowed me to do was do a lot of social media, a lot of different sort of advancements for the housing office, and it allowed them to get a lot stronger student base when they were trying to work with the camp advisors for the future. It all started with my first resident advisor. His name was Alex, and he was an amazing role model. He had his life put together, he was very organized, he seemed like he was having fun and enjoyed what he was doing. And he always really just portrayed housing in a really positive light. And so that basically made me want to see if I could do that as well. I really liked the atmosphere that he created for us, and I think it really put a positive image in my mind about what Ferris can offer for students. And I really thought that I could do that as well, and I wanted to show that to the students that I would be seeing when they came to my floor as well. So that's when I applied to be an RA and fulfilled those dreams, I guess you could say. I would say there's multiple ways that I have impacted students. I think I didn't realize it until after my first year was over, when I had students sending me thank you cards in the mail my second year as an RA, saying that I impacted them in a positive way. I showed them a lot of different things that they didn't know that Ferris could offer. I've helped a lot of students through a lot of hard times, such as depression and anxiety. I've given a lot of advice to students when they are having hard times with classes, if they're having hard times in their personal life, and just kind of helping them overcome those obstacles that a lot of first-year students go through when they're struggling and they're on their own for the first time away from home. And it really showed when they did send me those thank you cards, and it really showed when they came up to me and said, hey, you know what, you were a positive influence in my life, and thank you for being such a good role model for me. I didn't have that when I came to Ferris. And so I think that's kind of how I've impacted students' lives. I think that out of all of the positions that I've held within housing, I think it's impacted my life extremely positively. It showed me a gateway, basically, in what a university can offer students and how I can demonstrate that to students and how they can do it as well. Being a resident advisor my first year, I didn't know a lot about student organizations, so I got involved with a lot of student organizations such as Entertainment Unlimited, National Residence Hall Honorary, and Residence Hall Association. And being in those organizations showed the students that I was living with kind of what they can do to fill those gaps when they're bored and what they can do to better enrich their lives. So not only did it enrich my life personally, but it also enriched my life professionally because it gave me a lot of skills that I can take from Ferris and put it towards my professional career when I leave Ferris. And I think that being the resident advisor really well-rounded my experience at Ferris and was the gateway into what I'm going into now. I would say that being a resident advisor and being just a part of housing in general and having all those different student organizations has really helped me with my job placement. It gives me a lot of skills that are transferable, such as supervising, such as time management, such as organizational skills, and it has prepared me really well for what I want to become, which is a hall director. Now I have a job starting in July 15th. I am a hall director at the University of North Dakota, and I will be supervising a residence hall, and I will be getting my master's degree in educational leadership and policy. And it's been a very beneficial process going through all the interviews, and it's really helped me have those interviewing skills because I have a lot of interpersonal communication skills with the residents and speaking with tons of different people that I meet on a daily basis. I think if students want to be involved in general, I think it's a really good idea just because it's really benefited my life and I've seen how it's benefited a lot of other people's lives. I think that for advice, I would say hit the ground running as soon as you get here. You can't start doing it too early, but also don't put yourself in a position where you're stretching yourself too thin. Sort of work over that time management skills that you need to obtain and find the right balance that works for you. That way that you can take on more responsibility as the years go on, and then you can have those experiences that you can relate to during your interview process and in your future upcoming jobs.